Here's a power virtuoso build, and the role is more of a duelist because the blade songs are very single target, and for you to be able to stock your blades with the Grandmaster trait, that is really good. That gives you 3 blades every time you dodge or block something. You kind of need someone to be attacking you, and that's pretty easy to do in a 1v1. So I'm going to head to far, and I'm going to use my block at the start just to make sure I don't get nuked by any of the Vindicator's strong abilities. And yeah, you can see I get my blades very fast in a 1v1 because I have access to Aegis every time I use a blade song, and I have access to many different blocks and dodges. So yeah, I'm just gonna land my F1 there, and that chunks them pretty hard, and my ally is also here to get the +1, so I'm gonna leave them to cap that, and I'm gonna head into mid and see what's going on over there. So we have sides, and I do see one of them is really low. I only have 2 blades, but I can get some more if I just randomly dodge or block something like I just did. And you kind of have to get used to facing the target, which I'm not a fan of, to actually use your blade songs, which can be difficult to do when you're in a situation where you want to kite. So you gotta like turn around and then cast your blade song real quick and then continue kiting. Not the best for sure, but yeah, we're gonna probably stay here to kill this ranger because we already have home and we just lost far, so there's no point in going there. So we need to get this kill fast. But like I said, it's hard for me to stock blades when no one's attacking me because I have to evade to get those blades. And now this is a good situation. I'm getting blades. And yeah, so I probably just want to go into far to play a duelist role is what I'm kind of getting at here. So I'm going to try to move a little bit away from the group there, and I just port away. Try to use terrain here, and my sword 3 is about to come up, and the Virtuoso sword 3 is really good. I'm actually going to go back in on this and use, yeah, the sword 3 here. I use it to go in, and then I go back, and then I land the Blade Song Harmony there, which gets me the kill on the enemy Virtuoso. And yeah, one thing about not having clones is that I can't just leave a clone or 2 there on a down body, and that'll eventually cleave it out. So yeah, there's definitely some trade-offs to having clones and not having them. Like, they can't be counterplayed as easily if they're not there, but also I don't have to worry about it, and I can carry over blades throughout fights. And that's something you have to get used to as well, because usually I have muscle memory to just shatter all my clones when something's already dead, so I can move on. But you don't want to do that because you want to save your blades for the next fight. So yeah, something you have to get used to. But we're gonna get these kills, and you'll notice I actually have a staff on, which is maybe thought of more of a Condi weapon, but it's really good for Virtuoso in my opinion because first of all, it has the best blade generation out of any weapon, and most of your attacks are going to be from your blade songs anyways, so your damage on staff isn't that required. It's just mostly for kiting and mobility, which is going to be necessary because this is not a super mobile spec. So it's nice to be able to have the utility and mobility of the staff, and then use the sword maybe for some damage, and mostly the blade song harmonies are going to be used. So we get some kills here, and chasing this Moa, but Moas are not going to trigger my blade song harmonies. So yeah, we want to be in more of like the small scale 1v1s as I said, but we can also focus targets if need be. So we get those kills, and I see a respawn here, so I'm going to stay and try to get some more kills with my team. The ranger here is using traps, so I have to try to chase them, but yeah, they're using terrain very well, so it's hard for me to land my blade songs. I go invulnerable just to try to get my blades back and play aggressively, and they go in stealth again. And they're going to run towards the node, but the Vindicator is headed towards me. So I'm just going to kite them with my sword abilities. And I've got my blade song here. I don't need to use that, but I actually see, yeah, there I use it on the down body, which was unnecessary. So yeah, you want to save that for the next fight. I'm going to come in here though, and yeah, so the ranger sees that we're going to probably 2v1 this, so I'm going to chase. Our guardian's going to get the cap, and I'm going to just keep chasing with my blade songs here. See that there's a down situation, so I try to go in for the cleave. I use my blade song harmony, but they're reviving, so I need to use the daze there. And yeah, they still rally, and I get obliterated by their entire team because they all rallied in the roll there. So we get taken out. Now, obviously, I don't want to be in team fights because a lot of my damage is single target. You can see there that I was trying to cleave the down body, and it didn't work out too well. I can use the elite skill to cleave down bodies as well, but it's kind of small range. It's very narrow, so it may be difficult to land it on more than just the down body. But I'm going to head into home and try to take the 1v1 here with the Guardian. Now this is a situation that I do want to be in because the Guardian is really an easy matchup for Mesmer, really. So I'm just going to be kiting around, getting my blade stocked by blocking, and yeah, we're doing fine here. I think they're running a meditation build or something like that, so they have a decent amount of sustain. And I'm gonna go invulnerable here just to get my blades back. They go invulnerable as well, and now my ally here is +1ing me. So yeah, and you can see it's very easy for me to stock blades in this 1v1 because I keep getting attacked by them. And that's why I say that at least this build of Virtuoso really needs to be played as a duelist. So get that kill. Now we're gonna head towards the mid node. My ally is dead there, but I see that the middle node is being unguarded, so I can decap that. And that's going to be good for us because we're ahead, but we're kind of dying around the map. We're losing our hold on the map. I blocked the Vindicator's attacks, and I use my so there I messed up the blade song harmony because I wasn't facing towards the target. So you really got to face towards it, and so at this point, yeah, I have some blades, I'm ready. And I actually have two, because I have Shatterstorm, I have 2 uses of the F1. So I really want to be using those as often as possible, but I still want to get like 4 to 5 blades before I use it, because you'll get 3 stocked up when you evade or block something. So usually you want to wait for like 2 blocks or evades on that 3-second internal cooldown, and then go for the burst. But oftentimes when you're going for a shorter window kill than that, you're going to be forced to use blades at lower volumes. So we're chasing here the Mechanist. I go invulnerable, but I don't really have my blade song harmony, so I'm just going to use the condition shatter there instead, which does a decent amount of damage. The daze one actually does damage too. So yeah, all the shatters kind of do damage, and you can see there I used my elite skill, and I just barely face it towards the right, and it's not hitting the down body. So it's really hard to land that skill. It's maybe not the best, but we're in this fight, and our team is all rotating in here, so we just need to chase this kill or leave. And because I want to play the duelist role, I probably want to leave here and go cap nodes. But I am sticking in the fight a little bit longer than I probably should. Yeah, I'm now starting to see this, and I don't want to be chasing kills. It's not the best build for chasing kills. Now, you can probably run a roamer type Virtuoso, but this is not that. This is definitely a duelist. I keep saying that, but yeah, you got to play this as a duelist, at least this build. So yeah, I'm 1v1ing the Vindicator again. So this is actually a really good matchup for me. Even though Vindicator's a pretty strong spec, it's not a duelist. So I am in probably the best situation I could be in right now. And I land another good blade song harmony. I try to go for another one just to get the kill quickly, but they sustain a little bit through that. And yeah, I'm illusions, so my F2 does quite a bit of confusion, even though I'm not a conditioned build. still does a little bit of damage, the confusion there. Now I get the kill, but their ranger appears, and I'm a little bit pressured because I'm low on cooldowns, and I see their Virtuosos coming in as well, so I'm in a really bad spot. I go for the daze on them, which keeps me alive long enough to land my heal skill, and now I use my Blade Song and try to just get out of there. And yep, use my sword 3 here, and the Vindicator ports on me, but I port back using the sword 3 return. I go in stealth, but I get revealed by the reflect, and I have to play safe here, but I have the sword 3. I can do a little bit of juking with that, and then I can port in the opposite direction, but the cripple allows them to catch back up to me, which is going to be very dangerous. So I am struggling to escape here. I know that this is a trap ranger, so I don't go on the node yet. And then I port out after I do an evade because I want to get some blades there. And I land a really good Blade Song Harmony. I'm going to go back in and try to land another one. But we don't get many crits there, even though I have a lot. Actually, I have a lot of Fury, so that was kind of bad RNG on those crits there because I have Fury, and then I have the 25% from the Illusions trait. So kind of bad RNG there that none of those crit. But we're going to try to disengage this because yeah, our team is dying there, and as you can see on the map, our Guardian and Thief are going to +1 home, so mid is going to be left unguarded, so maybe I should go for that. I do see that they all leave here, so now I'm going to go for the decap actually, and this is probably the better situation anyways, because as a duelist, I want to be kind of alone and maybe even potentially outnumbered. So yeah, I'm really outnumbered. I was getting chased by 3 there, and I do want to keep them here though. My Mechanist is kind of just going to die by themselves, and I'm going to try to go for the kill on their Untamed. Get them down to 1%, but yeah, they're going to rally, and that's not going to be good for us. I'm going to use the block shatter here, and then my heal. So now I'm just going to try to kite out and use the staff mobility and the sword mobility. And just try to, I port back in because I need to be aggressive here and keep them here as long as possible, because I go for some more jukes here and try to go for the kill on their Untamed. But yeah, I want to keep them here because I excel in these outnumbered situations. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep them here. And I still have a decent amount of pressure that, if they do just only leave 1 here to 1v1 me, then I'll win the 1v1. So yeah, they're kind of forced in these bad situations where they kind of can't 1v1 me. Now, their Virtuoso is chasing. It's more of a greatsword Virtuoso, and I do a nice counter pressure there with the Blade Song, and they back off. But yeah, I'm even lower, so I need to be extremely careful. Our Mesmer is AFK in base, so we're not really getting anything out of me being outnumbered. So I just go into mid and try to get kill. But of course, this isn't the best build for doing that. So I'm watching mid. I don't want to get decapped because I see the win condition is holding mid. But yeah, our allies are dying, and I still want to be on that side node. Now that my team is unable to win this fight now because they've died, I need to probably either hold the node or just go and get another node. And I know that if I stay here any longer, my teammates and then I will die. So I just preemptively leave and go to far. And their team kind of over invests in killing our team, which is not that bad because now I can get the full cap here. And now our respawning team is going to regroup into our home node and maybe decap that. So yeah, they're going to be, actually our engineer is stalling them at mid as well, but I don't actually get the full cap here because the Vindicator respawned and came in at the last tick before I capped it. So that's unfortunate. So I'm just going to give up the node entirely because I don't want to die, first of all. But yeah, I'm not going to get the full cap. I don't have any knockbacks. But I do need to contest it enough that they don't get the full cap. So I am just counter pressuring and using my blocks and my CC here just to survive with the staff. So yeah, the staff is really good in this situation where I'm outnumbered. If I was using another weapon, it would have been bad. But we hold out long enough, outnumbered and we get the win. So if you like this content, like the video, subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.